This is Cross Hearts, Group 32. I'm David Boateng. Our application is a weather application. It will need internet access, so we added permissions for that. We also used Volley, which is an HTTP library, to handle the JSON objects we are going to get. So in the main activity.java, we created variables and we set them to each view we have in each view's ID we have in the activity main.xml. Okay. Then we have a request queue, and the request queue is set to this activity. And the request queue kind of arranges the data that we're going to get from the API itself. It arranges them based on like how we want to get it, how we want to get them. That's how the request queue works. Okay, so let me open this. We set the search box to a set on query text listener. So it takes in the query, which is a string. So for this situation like this, Kobe, which is a city, is a string, and then it takes it when we click on the search. It takes it because it's on query text submit. So it takes that and then it passes it in the JSON pass method. So the JSON pass method will take it and then place it in the URL. And when it places it in the URL, it will add the API key and then the units. And we need to get our object back. We need to get our data back. So we use a JSON object request to get the JSON object we are searching for. So we do that and then we use a get method to get it because we are getting it, we are not rather posting it, and then we add the URL to it. And so on the response of this request, we are trying to get the temperature first. The temperature is hiding in the main Java in the main JSON object. Is hiding in it's inside. So we first have to get a JSON object main, and then we can later get the JSON object temp. But it's rather a double, so you can't use get int, so you have to use get double to get that. And then I use string, I use a variable concatenation to make it an integer. And then when we are done, then we set the text view temperature to our variable temperature as int. So for the description, it was kind of challenged, but we found out that it's not a JSON object, it's rather an array. And in that array, it has an object. And that object, if you can see, is set at the zeroth index. So you have to do two things before you can get it. So we have to first set the weather to the JSON array, then we get the JSON array. And after getting the JSON array, you now have to get the JSON object, which is at the zeroth index, the whole thing. That's this whole thing. So when we get that, then we can later set the description to this and then get it. So we did that, and then when we are done, we just set the description text to the weather description. That's over here, and we get it done. Then for the city's name, we create a string, and then we check the response, and then we get the string name, and then we set the name to the city name. That's this over here. So when we are done, then also for the icons, we already have the weather objects. So we pass in a value to get the icon. So string icon code without objects get string then the icon. So the icon, they have so many cases, so we make a switch case that for each case. So we actually made it to, there are so many cases, so for each of the two cases we'll display this picture, and then we store that in the r.drawable.sunny. Yeah, so for case 01D, and then this thing will display sunny, or this and this will display less clouds and other stuff. Yeah, so basically that's how everything works in this app. So I will type another to end this video. There is no city called Yakama, so it doesn't bring any answer. It doesn't change anything. Okay. Okay. So that's the end of the presentation.